what's up everyone? Back at it again with another Dirtywave M8 stream. Alright, yep, that was just a little joint I made the other day. Let's start working on something new here. Okay, so let me load up a new project here. Alright, and then there's a sample that I want to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and load that up. And let's take a listen here. And that's where it cut off. But yeah, so this is kind of an interesting sample. It doesn't have like a BPM or I guess the kind of structure that you would expect from like I guess something that was maybe more like full band sample type deal or something. But either way, I think it's pretty freeform and it's a good example to try this new sampling technique or slicing technique that I want to try out, which is instead of setting slice markers in the file, which is kind of a pain in the butt on the M8, it takes forever basically because you have to manually jump through everything using just these like 4 buttons or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to try something a little bit different where we're going to slice the sample by setting different play start points throughout the sample. I'm going to get to that in a little bit though. For now, let me just get this thing looping and then I'll add some drums. And then once I've got a basic drum pattern, I can jump back to the sample chops and try to figure that out. Okay, so let's just put a note in and hear how it sounds. Or let me change the tempo too. So we started at 120. I'm gonna bring it down to 85. Pitch it up a little bit too. Add a reverse command here too to see what it sounds like ping-ponging back. That's not bad. All right, let's get some drums in the mix here. So we're gonna load up some of those if I can figure out how to do that. So we're going to go to the samples folder here. normally start with the snare when I'm looking for a drum kit. I don't know why that is, but it's just the way that I do it. The whole stream will not be me just listening to snares. I just gotta find the one that calls to me. Ooh, I think that's the one. Alright, there's a little bit of a tail on this one, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to adjust the envelope by going to the mod page, set the destination to volume, and then I will, let's just add more snares in here so I can just hear what it sounds like. Cool, so it sounds a little snappier there, so I'm happy with that. Let's clean this pattern up. Pitch the snare down a little bit. Alright, let's find a kick drum. Whoopsie doodle. All right. Kind of vibe with that one. This kit kind of has some high end on it. Yeah, it's got kind of a tail too. Let me see if I can fix that here. Yeah, that'll be all right. But yeah, so I'm going to use the EQ mode on the M8, which is this really cool mode that was added in the 4.0 firmware update. And yeah, basically on the instrument page, you have this EQ section in the top right corner here, which my cursor's over. And we can set this to, I'm going to leave 0 blank and just set it to 1. Then you press edit. And now you're in this menu where you can do like a, I don't know how you describe it, just like set up the curves, I guess, for the equalizer, which is cool. It's already sounding beefy. Yeah, so you can hold edit, and then if you press up or down, it's going to move the frequency that you're working with. There's a lot of like crazy settings in here too, like the type where you could be like a shelf or a bell. I don't know, don't ask me about all that because I'm not sure. Basically I usually just set it the way it is and I kind of move stuff around. And then you can adjust the frequency, which is like the point where it's reduced or increased by the type, by going to the frequency row. Then you hold edit, press up, you move it around, down. You can do fine edits too, left and right. But yeah, up and down is like the way to go in this mode. Kick sounding a little bit better. Let's get a hi-hat and so it's going to be quick fill time mode here. So we're going to hold Shift, Option, Option, select the whole column. Then you hold Option and press left, and it does the quick fill. This is fill times 1, fill times 2. We'll stick with times 2 because that'll work for the hi-hat. And then, yes, press play. Now I'm going to pitch it down, see how it sounds. It's not bad. Let's mess around with the envelope a little bit. And then we can do a little bit of coloring of the hi-hat too, or effects processing, I guess you could call it, which is to use the degrade setting, which I really like doing. I don't know how exactly it works. It seems to make the noise sound really crazy after maybe like a couple ticks, but here, we'll listen to it with 0 and I'll start incrementing it and you can hear the difference. Yeah, so that was just 0 through 6, and each like setting of it kind of gave it a unique character. So you get some nice effects. I find that's very helpful for like hi-hats to warm them up a little bit, to use this degrade setting. So all right, so we've got a very basic drum pattern here. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we are going to get our drums schwangin'. We're going to get them off grid. And to do that, we are going to use a very fun workaround. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do is, hey, what's up, Jay Dominguez? What's cracking, man? All right, so we're going to do the same thing that we usually do, which is to do this interesting duplication trick that I use. All right, so we're going to click save for our hi-hat. Bring it all the way back to the song folder that I have here, which is the Stars Embrace folder. Pretty cool stuff. Save it here. And then I'm going to duplicate so that we have the sample is twice the length now. And then I'm going to silence the beginning. So now the first half is empty. And then we're going to override it. And we can override it because we made a copy. So we're not jacking up my original samples. Right, yes. Okay, and you're probably wondering, why did I make a copy and silence the beginning? And the reason why is because we can now use the start command and set this to 80, which is the halfway point of the sample. And now that we're starting it at 80, the sample starts, it plays normally basically, and it kind of ignores all the empty space that we put in front of it. But what we can do now is all of these will be set to 80. And then I'm going to select the entire column and basically pull the hi-hats back by adjusting the start point, kind of nudging it back a little bit. So let's listen and see if you can hear the difference. Yeah, so it's just starts a little bit earlier, basically, or later, I mean. Nice, so we can really get it swinging like that. So let me do my little usual thing here and change some of the middle ones. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay, so the hi-hat pattern sounding a lot better. It's a little bit later, and then I adjusted some of the levels of the notes, so it's kind of got a little bit more of a humanized feel to it. It's not like super precise or anything, but better than just playing it over and over again. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing to the kick, which is normally how I work here. All right, edit, save, go to our song folder, Stars Embrace, duplicate, silence, overwrite, and then set the start point to 80. Yeah, you do this a couple times, you'll get really quick with it. And like I said, this is like the way to do, or this is the way that I choose to do the micro timing, quote unquote, because the M8 doesn't have the like a micro timing percentage in the way that like other instruments that you have might, like samplers and MPCs and whatnot. Okay, so we've got some kicks here. Let me think about what I want to do with this pattern. All right, so still not super complicated, but I think we've got a little bit of a unique rhythm here, sort of. So what I'm going to do next is I've got all these kicks in here, so it sounds pretty busy on this 1-bar pattern. So we're going to extend it out. I'm going to duplicate the pattern. So hold shift, press option, and then press edit while still holding shift. And that is the clone shortcut pattern, or clone pattern shortcut. But yeah, basically what that does is it makes a copy. So I was working on 30 before, but now I have 31, which looks the exact same. And with 31, what I can do is I can remove some of the notes, basically. So I can create like a 2-bar pattern out of this 1-bar pattern by making some changes to the first one, and then making some changes to the second one. So I'll probably get rid of some of the ghost notes in each one. Maybe this. Nice, that sounded pretty chill. And then one other thing I'm going to do here, which is something I like to do with kick samples, is I'm going to add a low pass filter. You're probably thinking, okay, that's pretty basic, but it'll get interesting in a second here. So I'm going to keep the filter frequency pretty wide open, so it's not really cutting off that much. Like I have it at DF, and the highest value is, what's it, FF? Yeah, FF. So it's only down by like 20 values or whatever you'd call it. But what I'm going to do actually is change the cutoff frequency on certain notes of the sequence. And so this is great for the ghost notes because in addition to making the ghost notes a little bit quieter, you can also make them sound a little different by using this filter command. So let's try this. This is like the one that's right before the second main kick. So it's like ba-boom. It goes boom, boom, ba-boom. Yeah, so it's that one, the one on 7 that I want to mess with. That sounds all right. Let me maybe just adjust this a little bit more. Yeah, so not so bad. It's a little bit of a variance, not too much. I mean, when you play it by itself, it sounds really weird, but with the sample over it, it kind of gets buried in the mix a bit, so it gives it a little bit more of a subtle variation. Okay, cool. So we've got the kick. All right, I'm getting pretty tired of this looping, so let's try chopping this sample that I got here. And yeah, so like I mentioned before, or at the beginning of the stream, when no one was here, I have a plan for the sample. So normally with the M8, you can use this edit page to add slice markers to the sample. It's pretty tedious though, to be completely honest with you. Kind of takes forever to do because you don't have like the knobs that you would have on like a MPC or other sampler basically to like move the start points around, and it just kind of takes a while. So instead of setting slice markers, what I'm going to do is try to trigger the playback of the sample using a command called the start command, or the play start command. Similar to what we were doing with the drum sounds that I was nudging off grid, quote unquote. But yeah, so for this one, what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to add this start command here. Play. Start, here we go. And something to think about on the M8, or a cool trick, is basically if you press edit over a parameter that you're working on, so for instance I have start here, then when I go to the sequence, if I'm in the FX column, it'll basically add that as the effect. So you could see that I did it with start here, start 0, but if I wanted to adjust the filter cutoff, or if I wanted to adjust the degrade, press edit on degrade and then come over here. So it's kind of an easier way to find your way around the menu, because if you're not doing that, you kind of just have to like know, I don't know, there's like a million effects in here. Look at all these. There's like 4 pages. They all have at least 12 in them, or probably more. I don't know. So yeah, we're going to use, yeah, let me just go back here. Start, there. All right, let's see if we can find something that's kind of groovy with this. And yeah, the slice points would probably be around like I think these are called the quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, like those ones. So I'm going to place start commands there, and then I'm just going to kind of move them around to random places until I find something I like. This one so I can just work on one bar at a time. That sounds kind of cool. Kind of want to hear what this thing sounds like pitched way down though, so let me do that. And there's a couple ways to pitch samples down on the M8. The first way is to use the detune setting. So here you can see on the instrument page there's a detune. I've got it set to 90 right now. The default is 80, which is like neutral pitch or normal pitch or whatever. And if you hold edit and press up, you can move through the pitches by 1 semitone at a time. But yeah, let's bring it down. I kind of dig that. So we're going to keep it there, which is negative, 60. So 80 is normal. So that's -2, down 2 semitones. Pretty chill stuff. So let's keep working on this pattern. I'm going to clone this phrase, shift, option, edit, kaboom. All right, 10, it skipped 11 and now it's at 12. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Okay, and then for this pattern, let me just get this out of here. All right, so this is going to be the one that comes after the one we just created. Let's do that. And this one ends on 5B. Sick, actually. Didn't really transition well from our first pattern, though. Let me see what I can do about that. All right, that sounds pretty chill. Seems a little off to me, but I'll figure it out later. All right, let's see what we can do for our next section to try and get this into a 4-bar loop instead of just being a 2-bar loop. On it, 12, 13. Okay, where are we at here? Start offset 9. Okay, we're gonna start at a point after A8 or AB, whatever that is. very well. Yeah, this sampling method is tough. Like it gives you a lot of options, or the slicing method, I mean, it gives you a lot of options in terms of where to start the loop at, but it's kind of hard to build like a consistent, I guess, melody out of it just because you're kind of like starting the sample at super random places. Like all of these chops I made, I was sort of just like clicking around until it sounded like kind of cool, but it's kind of hard to like, I don't know, extend it in an organic way because you end up just having to like shop around for a long time with where you want the sample to start. Maybe I'll just let this sample play out for a little bit longer. We're going to do an old trick here. What I'm going to do is set a reverse command, play mode, reverse, which is play mode 1. See how that sounds. I kind of dig that. I think that'll work. Let's keep that and keep on moving here. Okay, next up, got to do the low end. We need some bass. So I'm gonna add a new track here, or a new chain, and then in that chain I'm gonna create a new phrase. Let me get this M8 jargon is like, I'll have it down pat someday, but not today, I don't think. Because yeah, there's chains. There's phrases, there's songs, I guess, which is like all of the chains chained together. And there's like tables, which is like a different kind of sequence with running parallel to the sequence. I don't know, it's like, it gets pretty complicated. But yeah, we're gonna keep it simple. And I'm going to load up a bass. Sampler, load, samples. Sounds, bass. See what we got here. And the cool thing is we can audition the sample as the pattern's playing, which is very handy for identifying sounds that mesh well with what we're looking for. I have no idea what key the sample's in, so we're going to kind of just have to figure that out. But it's okay because it's okay. All right. Really vibe with those two notes. So we're gonna get that other one too. Load. Yeah, so I've got two bass samples, or two bass one-shot samples, so it's probably gonna get a little bit complicated having to sequence them, but at the very least, they both sound sick, which is a good start. All right, so bass 57. We're gonna put some notes in. Yeah, this is where it gets a little tough on the M8 sequencing as well, because it's very much a step sequencer, so you can't like kind of tap out the pads and play along with it. I mean, maybe you could if you had like an external controller or something, which I'm probably going to try and use at some point. But for now, just working on the sequence as the way it appears. So let me just listen and like try to figure out where I want this bass. Yeah, I need to make this bass a little louder. All right, oh, look at this. I was making the velocity 53. What's up with that? We're gonna bring it up to 64. 64 is kind of like the default velocity on the M8 for some reason. It's probably like having a velocity of 100, even though it goes to 127 on like MIDI or whatever. But yeah, I was at 53 for some reason. Must have been with the other instrument that I was working with. Okay. Now, and see, this is what I'm talking about. So I've got these two bass one-shots. So I need to make sure that the parameters on one instrument match the parameters on the other. I think you can do this by holding Shift and pressing Option to copy. Copies the instrument. Shoot. Here, let me just get this. I'll get this first one-shot sounding right, and then I'll figure out how to paste the parameters. That sounds pretty good. So what I want to do is take everything from this instrument and apply it to the other instrument, the other bass one shot. Let's see if I can, okay, hold Shift, press Option. It says copied instrument. I feel like it's going to overwrite the sample that I have loaded on the other one. See if I go to low pass and I hold Shift Option, it still says copied instrument. Let's go to the other bass. And I'll do Shift Edit, which is the paste command. Yeah, so it did change the sample, but it's okay because the other sample was right next to it. It was 58. All right, so I think we're good here. All right, so I want this second bass note to come a little bit later. Doom, doom, doom. So yeah, that would be this one, the one that's on step B. So we're going to use the built-in nudging or micro timing option that the M8 has, which is the del command, D-E-L. Del command, delay in phrase delay, the current step, a number of ticks. All right. So basically there's 6 ticks in each step. So we are going to delay this one by 1 and see what that sounds like. Okay, that turned out pretty good. So I did 2 for the first note and then 1 for the second note. So it's just a little bit pushed back, basically, starting a little bit later, starting 2 ticks later, or 1 tick later, depending on which one you're talking about. Okay, so this is just 1 bar, so I need to extend this to match the 4 bars that we have. Let's clone this, 50 and 51. So now these have the same contents, but I can adjust one of them. Doom, doom, doom. that's kind of the workflow on the M8, is sort of like iterating like versions of the phrases that you're, or the, yeah, they are phrases, iterating versions of the phrases that you're working on. So you're kind of just like copying stuff and then changing things a little bit in the copies, and you'll copy things for other reasons too, like to create like sections where the drums drop out or whatever. But yeah, right now I'm doing that for the bass line, and I need to figure out what I want to do on this last bar here. I don't want to like climb up maybe. Okay, that one's not too bad. Alrighty, let's see. Maybe I'll think about some other notes in here too, actually, because I was just focused on the 3 notes that I have for each bar, but there might be a place for some other ones. Let me listen here. Put something right here in the 3rd bar of the 4-bar pattern. So let me clone this one, doop, doop, doop. And then from here, I kind of want to put something in this space at the beginning. Maybe like some high notes here. That's why it's really challenging on this thing, because you're kind of just like, you have to just listen to it, put the notes down, roll the dice, see what happens. Let's see. I don't want these to be delayed. Let me try that. Shoot. Okay. Frequency cutoff. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust the cutoff for this note to make it sound a little different, but proving to be challenging. That sounds kind of sick. All right, let's listen to it from this one. 3. Maybe it needs to come on 2. Yeah, if it's coming on 2, I gotta use the delay command. Nudge it back. Oh, there we go. That sounded sick. All right, I get down with that. That's the bass. Now, what do we need to add next? This is normally how I approach it. Usually the way I think about it is, what do we have in the sample already and what can we add? So we've already got the bass because we just added that. And then the sample has like this electric guitar sound kind of. It's the bow, and then it's got the synth, obviously, the woo woo woo, or however that sounds. So what else can we add here? We've got a lot of options. Let's just start listening to some stuff and see if we find something we like. Maybe like a piano or strings or something. Okay, we're going to switch it up a little bit and trust our good friend, Arlo Diggs. So this guy, NPC Head, you may know him on YouTube's. He's got a Patreon, and there's sample packs that he gives out every month if you're subscribed. It's not that expensive too. It's like maybe $6 a month or something. But yeah, so we're going to take a look at his folder and see what he's got for us. He's usually got a bunch of like interesting sounds, like there's horns, and he has like a bunch of Rhodes and Moog synthesizers and stuff, so pretty cool stuff here. Check out the Moog folder. I already got a lot of synths in the mix with the sample, so it's not really doing what I want. Let's try horns. Maybe pitch down this will work. Let's see. scratch that. Okay, we're going back to the folder here. Let's see. I think this one will work actually. And I know I said that last time and it did not, but let's try it out. Keep it the normal pitch. Nice. Okay, so I'm happy with the horn layer here. It's just interesting enough to be interesting. And then we can always bury it a little bit more in the mix later. All right, so we've got the horns, synth, this guitar, the bass. Oh man, it took me a good moment to find that sample. What else can we do here? FX maybe? A little too outer spacey. Let's try I'm gonna try this sample folder that I have that's got a bunch of like weird crazy stuff in it. So let's do curated Dave 40 Co UK final samples. This guy's collection was nuts. I don't even remember where I got it from, but it's just like full of crazy stuff. might sound interesting if it's pitched way down. Let's see. This percussion loop sounds pretty sick, but I gotta like figure out how to get it to loop right. It's very tricky. Okay, let's try. Probably as good as we're gonna get it. It sounds like it's got an interesting rhythm, so I'm into it. 70, 71. All right. And then we have one last free track we're gonna do here. Could bring in an open hi-hat maybe. Open hi-hat would be nice, and I don't have to dedicate a whole track to it, but while I have the track open, it makes it easier to audition the hi-hat samples. So let's see if we can find a good open hat to throw in the mix here. Load, samples, drums. I do not have a good collection of open hi-hats. They're like all over the place in terms of quality. We're gonna take this one. I think I can make it work. All right, we need to do the old trick on this. Save. And in songs, M8, Stars Embrace. And we're going to duplicate, silence, save. Have I used the Polyend Tracker Mini? I have not. That thing looks sick though. It kind of reminds me of this device for sure. Yeah, it's got a cool like form factor. It's very like Game Boy-y looking, but it's like pretty big, or not pretty big, but it's bigger than this thing for sure. But no, I haven't used that. Polyend, they make sick stuff though. Their trackers look tight. Like I knew a guy that he would like make jungle and like drum and bass type stuff on that. And always just like, I would watch the playhead scroll through and be like, damn, that thing looks freaking crazy, dude. But no, I haven't messed around with it. Do you have a Polyend Tracker Mini? What don't you like about it? It's like the tracker workflow. It's just, it crushes your soul every time you try to make a beat on it. Trackers are interesting, man. They're definitely interesting. Here I am making a beat on one, but that thing is sick. I've been having a lot of fun with it, as you can tell by all the videos I made about it and stuff. But yeah, it's fun to jam out on. That's kind of the problem with the tracker too. I don't know if the Polyend Mini's like that, but with this thing, if I have a sequence playing, I can't just like you know, jam out notes and tap on the pads and, you know, record stuff in that way. I have to like really dial it in on this thing with like the sequencer. But with like the Lo-Fi 12 XT, you press record, you press play, and you just like, you know, rip a sick bass line or play some sample chops or whatever. Yeah. Do enjoy doing that. That's for sure. Too many synthesizers, but that thing, I hear people say the word Hydra-synth, and I'm just like, dude, that sounds really sick. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. But yeah, it sounds sick. I bet that'd be sick to pair with the Lo-Fi 12 XT, especially if it's like, if you have a synth where it's kind of like the module, desktop, tabletop module, you can like control it, use the Lo-Fi 12 XT as like the MIDI controller or whatever. Oh dude, hell yeah, that's tight. This freaking guitar sample sounds sick, but it's like so long. What is this? Hope I don't get a copyright strike for this. I don't even know what this is. Oh, dude, heck yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you that. And we can teach each other too. Like some of the stuff I learn is like, you know, reading other people's comments or watching other videos. So if there's cool stuff you're doing with the Lo-Fi 12 XT, like, yeah, let everyone know about it so we can all kind of like level up together, because it's still relatively new gear. Like it came out like, I don't know, last year or something, middle of last year, I can't even remember. But yeah, man, keep experimenting with it, share the knowledge, let everyone know what's up. All right, what am I gonna do with this? I'm gonna chop it. I hate chopping samples on this thing, it's such a pain. Let me, yeah, maybe I should chop it. Yeah, all right, I'm just gonna do it. The Psy, oh yeah, that was that like drum machine thing that they released, or is it released? I saw a video of it and I was like, yeah, I think it came out already. That thing looks cool. It's like, I feel like it's more geared towards, yeah, like drum machine type style. Like I don't even know if it can sample. It seems cool though. Like that form factor or whatever, the kind of shape of the Lo-Fi 12 XT, like the sample track had the same shape too. The thing's pretty sick. It's like a nice shape, good size, good footprint on like your desk or whatever. Yeah, I think those are they look pretty cool. But I don't know much about the Psy. I gotta look into it more. Is there anything cool you've seen with it? Like people making sick videos with it or something? It'd be sick, man. Dude, I had Sonicware, they like commented on a couple of my videos and I was like, they were just like, oh, this is so cool. And I'm like, heck yeah, dude. It's like awesome that they like actually show up to like random people's channels and like say thank you or hello or whatever. I feel like you're not gonna see like a Kai turn on to your channel and be like, hey, great stuff. But Sonicware, like they'll comment on your stuff or whatever, which is cool. Oh, the website. You know, they asked me if one of my videos they could like use it for something. I don't really. I was just like, yeah, that's fine. Is it like on the? They have like a playlist or something. Now I gotta look it up. I'm gonna pause on this beat for a second. Out. Sonicware.jp. Yeah, do they have like a playlist of like Lo-Fi 12 XT videos or something? See if I can find it. Wow, this is like a really long page. I'll have to look around for it. I do not know where that might be. I figure it's a playlist though, right? Something like that. Okay, let me get back to this beat here. This thing out of the way. Okie dokie. So it's just on like the Lo-Fi 12 XT. Like if you go to the page where you'd like put it in your shopping cart or whatever, there's like a video or one of my videos is on there or something. All right, we're gonna save this, overwrite it. We can do. Okay. Put the slices in here. Oh man. Okay, slice, file. Yep. Nice. Dang, that's so cool. I gotta like look into that and let my people know. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they make sick stuff, man. I love their samplers. They've got I used to use their Lo-Fi 12, like the original one, the Liven Lo-Fi 12. That thing was kind of funky, but it was still a pretty capable device. Like I figured out my way around it when I would use it. And I don't know if this guitar sample is gonna work. Okay. Nice. Okay, so I think that guitar fits in well enough. Yeah, and those are all my tracks. Could go back to the sample chops. Let's see. That's kind of my problem with this, and with most beat making machines really, is I'll create like a really sick loop, and then I'll like kind of vibe on it, and then after that I'm just like, what do I do next? But I feel like the key to it is to work on some different sample chops. That I think is going to be the ticket. So let me just listen to these and just see what's going on. Start B. Oh, it's 80. Yeah, let me just do pattern 11 here. See what's what. 15. E4. Start. These really quick. Bring them down. Not want to hear the guitar. And the mute shortcut is, I remember it. I do remember it. It's hold shift, then press option, maybe. No, that's to copy. Hold option, then press shift. No, look at that. All right, so we're all learning together here. In order to mute the track, you hold the option button, then you press shift, then you let go of option. And it's a little tricky because if you hold option and you press shift but then let go, it unmutes it. So you have to hold option, hold shift, then let go of option. That's complicated, but I'm gonna try to drill it into my mind that that's the way to do it. And then we're gonna do the same thing for this one. This is the horn, I think. Yeah, so option, shift, let go of option. There you go. Maybe I don't have to create a whole another 4-bar pattern. I can just do a pattern where the first 2 bars of the original one plays, and then I have like 2 different bars at the end. Let's try that. Clone it. 15. is it relative? That is so much to manage. Yeah, basically what that means is when I lower the pitch of this note, the one on step 8, and then it plays this one on step C, so this is bringing it down -3, and then this one will do -3 and -3. It'll do the -3 from this one, and then it'll do the -3 from this one, so it's -6. It's like, come on, what? Like, why couldn't this one just control this note? Oh, you know what? Maybe if I have the note there, it'll do that. Be able to make this pitch work. Okay, we gave it a shot though. Sounds different when it plays. Wonder why that is. Set the play mode back to normal. Okay, let's see how this sounds. So I'm going to copy the, I'm going to clone the chain, not the phrase, which you can do by from the song page, hold shift, option, edit, boom. All right, so we've got 11, no, we've got 10 and then 12. Skipped 11. Interesting behavior. Now, what we want to do on 12 is I want to put these new patterns or chains that I created, or phrases, I mean. I want to put these new phrases on this other chain. 15 and then 14. 15 and then 14. Delete this one. See how this sounds. That did not sound very smooth. We can smooth it out though. So it's going from 12 to 15 is where it sounds kind of weird. (12 to 15). (12 to 15). What do I want to do here? This one needs to change maybe. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So maybe I'll just put that one as the, so 4, 8, 12, 16. So this will be on the 16th bar, I guess. So not so bad. All right. Let's go ahead and start building this out into a track, and we can bring out some of the layers as the song progresses. Okay. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Alright, so you see some of these arrows are kind of like moving off the order that they should be. And that's because because the phrases, that's because the chains are not all the same length. So we're going to make them all the same length. They should all be 4. That is a good way to work on it. Yep. And then there's that one. Okay. These ones aren't playing because there's nothing on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to put like a note or something in here. This is the part that kind of trips me up. Okay, so I'm just gonna put like a off command, I guess. I don't know. Something's better than nothing. So let's see how this plays now. Is like weird. I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I don't think I'm gonna make it work on this one. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. What am I doing here? Copy this a few times. All right. Nice. Okay. So I think that was a quick little beat. Kind of like how that turned out. We're going to save it. Ooh, I didn't even name the project. I should probably do that. One is called Stars Embrace. Stars, R-S-E-M-B-R. Save it to Stars Embrace. Okay, so that's saved. Let's listen to something else. So load up a project here. Let's check out this one. This was for a video that a video on the M8 that's going to come out on Sunday. Nice. So yeah, that one's kind of a vibe. And yeah, that video is going to be about how to sequence sample chops, which is very fun. All right, load up. What else do I got here? Sequence 2. What is this one? Oh, this was the song that I made for the last stream that I did. Yeah, we can listen to that. Yeah, so it kind of just loops out, but yeah, that was the song that I made on the last stream, I think. Pretty sure it was. Cool. So that's that. Boost changes to current song. Okay. And then I don't even know what this other stuff is. Working with a little horn sample there. Not gonna listen to that one. This is for another video I did for the M8. Yeah, we'll listen to this one. Nice. Yeah, that one's a bop. Samurai Chill asks, where can we listen to your music? It's a great question. Thank you for asking. I do have a Bandcamp that has like a couple projects on it, which I think there's a link to that in the, my description on YouTube. It's like my channel description or whatever, but I'm pretty sure if you just look up JAY_immaculate, like the same name on Bandcamp, you can find it. And yeah, I've got a couple projects on there. So yeah, nothing on like Spotify or whatever. And then YouTube as well. I mean, I have a playlist for some of my beat tapes. I think there's like 4 of them maybe. Yeah, because I did a lot of like video game themed beat tapes. Like I did one for PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games, and then another console called the TurboGrafx. And then I did a beat tape with the pocket operator as well. That thing's really fun. So yeah, that's on YouTube and on Bandcamp. So check it out. All right, and then I'm trying to think about what else I want to do here. I'll start working on another beat. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'm at least I'm gonna make a drum pattern. Let's set a goal of making a drum pattern. New, okay. And then we're gonna do phrase 10, done. Sampler load. And yeah, what I like to do here is I'm gonna start with the snare. I don't know why I like doing that, but I like doing that, so that's what we're gonna do. It's kind of weird because normally I have like a sample looping and then I listen to drums on top of it, but starting with the drums without a sample is it's kind of a forbidden jutsu, if you know what I mean. I don't even know what I'm like looking for. That sounds kind of cool. All right. We're going to put the snare where we normally would, which is on step 4 and step C. And then I got to change the tempo too because it's 120. And we are working on some hip hop here, so we got to bring it down to 90 something, or I'm going to do 88. Scratch that. 89. And then we're going to, what the heck? Did it not do my thing? 10. That was really weird. Okay, and then yeah, we just have a snare. Very simple. Man, there's something going on at the end of it though. I gotta adjust the attack. Or not the attack, the envelope, I mean. Sounds good. We're gonna turn it up. Amp. Okay, that's kind of annoying, so we're gonna delete that, delete that. All right, next up, the kick drum. Sampler load. One shot, nope. Kick. Oops. Kind of like this one. Let's get it on number 2 here. Man, this one's got kind of a similar thing going on where it's, I gotta adjust the envelope. Let me listen here. Nice. And we're gonna mess with the EQ as well. Man, the EQ on this thing is like so cool. It they added it in firmware 4.0, which came out like, I don't know exactly when it came out, maybe like 6 months ago or something, or probably longer than that, but still it's semi-recent, this EQ feature, which is really cool. All right, sounding pretty basic, right? Well, we're gonna get some hi-hats and then we're gonna really jazz it up. So all right, sampler hats closed. kind of get down with that. That one's, it's a little interesting, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so next up, what we're gonna do is quick fill. Shift, Option, Option, hold Option, press left. Ooh, look at all those notes. Not really my vibe. Let's see. That sounds pretty good. Oh, yep. Let's try lowering the pitch. Yeah, I like -1 semitone. Alright, so now we're going to start doing my handy dandy workaround for how to get swing on the M8, which is, I'm going to have to do like, I kind of did a video about it a long time ago, but I think it stands to be updated. But yeah, going through the motions here. So we're going to edit, save this to a new folder. Oh man, I don't have a folder for this song. So I'm going to have to make one. This one, I'm just going to call it Stream 1, I guess. Typing on this thing, it's very fun. Okay, Stream 1. Save it. And then in here, so basically I made a copy of the hi-hat. I know, I feel like I keep explaining this, but it's very useful information. And then you're going to do duplicate. So now there's 2 hi-hats, 1 sample, then silence. So now there's 1 hi-hat, 1 sample, and it's the sample's longer. We're going to override it. And what this will allow us to do is use the start command. Boom. And if you start at 80, it's like playing right from the beginning, even though that's halfway through the sample, because we doubled it and then silenced the beginning. It's all going to make sense in a minute here. So now you can pull it back. Alright, so it's starting to sound a little more groovy. We need to do something about this kick though, because these are very quantized. They are quantized to heck, so we need to nudge them around. Edit. Save. Song. M8. Stream 1. Then we're going to duplicate. Silence. Overwrite. Look at that. It's that easy. And then start. Needs to be 80. Cool. And so yeah, this one, we can adjust this. We bring it in a little bit later. Okay, that's sounding, I'm liking the sound of that. Now, man, it's sounding pretty weird without any kind of sample though. Let's see if we can find some cool sounds to add to it. So we're gonna do a new track, Ode, and we are looking for something. I know not what, but we're gonna find it. Samples, curated. All right, we're gonna see if Marlo Diggs can hook it up again. See what he's got. Moog, the Rhodes, dude. Some Rhodes would sound sick on this. All right, I'm digging this one. It's a little quiet though. Let me see if I can turn it up. Screwed that up. Okay, so I'm digging the sound of this. It's very basic. It's basically just this note and then it's pitched down, but it's got a nice kind of thing to it. Bass is next, probably. Doom, 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 doom. Dun, dun, dun. Doom, 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 doom. I don't know. Let's just get something loaded. I'm liking the sound of this one. Dang, look at that waveform. Look at that nice juicy bass waveform. I think it's stacked to the ceiling. All right, so how does this work? I should probably slice it because it's 2 notes. Yes, I'm gonna slice it. Edit. Oh man, slicing it's gonna kind of jack it up because basically what it'll do is when I try to play different notes of it, it'll like try to play the slices instead of playing it like chromatically. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save some copies of this and save it to my folder so that I'm not overwriting my original bass sample, which has 2 notes in it for some reason. And so yeah, I can have 2 copies and then I can work with 2 notes basically. Okay, songs, M8, stream 1, save it, and then now I'm going to crop this out. Sounds pretty good. So we're going to discard. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Hold the phone here for one gosh darn minute. I need to save this. I need to save it again. I already saved it, but now there's 2. Okay, now that there's 2. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if you all heard that, but hopefully you didn't. All right. Okay, so this one I'm gonna crop override it. And then I'm gonna copy and paste this. And I'm gonna load up the other one. And then this one's gonna be the second note. Figured it out. And let's see here. Yeah. Nice. It's like stand-up bass sample or something. Probably got it off a record maybe. Overwrite. Okay. All right, so we've got our bass notes here. Let's try to figure out a good riff. Good riff. Actually, no. I can make it a lot more interesting. Oh man, what did I just do? Crap. Make this one come a little later. Yeah, so basically I want this second part to be like a beep boom. That's how I hear it in my head. So a little too late, the second note. Try and use the DL command to nudge it back. Let's try on tonight's episode of How Many Ticks Should I Bring It Back? We're gonna guess 4. Yo, that turned out sick though. Figure out this last part though. try to figure out. I think I want it to end on like a higher note. I don't know what note exactly though. That might be too high. Let's check it out though. Nice. Okay, I think that works. Just my laptop being noisy. All right, so yeah, that note ended up working out pretty well. But that's the thing about working on the M8 is I feel like you kind of just have to plug notes in and hope for the best, basically, or just really trial and error it until you get the correct sequence or combination or whatever. This is sounding like kind of a vibe though. Well, let's listen to it again here. Figure out this last note. It's gonna be the death of me. I think it is supposed to be G4. Let me try one higher. Yeah, we're gonna use G4. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, what else do we want to add to it? I think so. Apparently, I've already consumed 4 of my channels, or 5 actually. We've got snare, kick, hi-hat, Rhodes, and then this is the bass. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just shop around. this xylophone work. Xylo Xavier, whatever that is. Though sounds cool, but where does it come in? That's the question. No. Right here. drenched in reverb. So it fits the mix better. track 7. Holy smokes. Let's add some additional percussion, like maybe a shaker or something. I feel like this is the one. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Try and add some variation to this. Start. Oh, come on. Dude, heck yeah. Thanks, 13 past midnight. Man, it's gonna be tough to figure out. Whoa, that sounds super weird. It's like tick, 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 tick. Dude, heck yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I haven't been live streaming that much, or I haven't been live streaming for very long, that is. I actually just started this week, so it's pretty fun. But yeah, I like making videos and stuff, it's pretty chill. Alright, I want to add an open hat to this. Let's do that. That's the idea. right, I think this one will work. It's very low. Got some freaking low end on it too. I don't know what that's all about. But we are going to save it into my folder, which is called Stream 1 Songs M8 Stream 1. And then we're going to do the duplicate trick. So what I'm going to do is duplicate, silence, overwrite. Wow. And yeah, this is my little janky workaround to get micro timing on this thing because it does not have it. Or it's got the DEL commands. You can nudge stuff around with ticks. I don't know if you've been watching the whole stream, you probably heard me tell this story like a million times already, but yeah, this is a good way to kind of move stuff around on the grid, basically. Or off the grid, I should say. So where are my hi-hats? Track 3, 30. Shopping around. Idea with this guitar, and on the last song when I added the guitar I kind of screwed it up, but let's see if I can make it work on this one. All right, so this one, it's a weird sample because I can hear it more in my left ear than in my right ear because I think it's like panned in a weird way because it's like from a record or something. Yeah, so what we need to do is, first off, I'm going to save a copy of it because I'm going to manipulate it. So we're gonna go to song M8 Stream 1. You know how it's done. And then from here I'm gonna go to mono mix. No, mono left, because I can hear it in my left ear. So let's do mono left and hear how that sounds. Yeah, so it really brought it forward because it was just on the left channel because of how it was recorded. So that is all well and good. We're going to override it. I need to also chop it. So let's do that. I guess I'll do each kind of like strum or whatever you'd call the guitar note, is what I'll try to do here. So 1, these chops are gonna be messy. Let me tell you. And then this one, yeah, I'm probably just slicing this way too fine and it's gonna be like really hard to play, but we shall see. Here we go. This one, I'm almost done here, I promise. All right, that should be all of them. Okay, let's give these all a listen to and see what we got. Hold edit, press play and then write. Hearing a lot of pops, which is not good. I might just add a tack. Yeah, I'll adjust the envelope, I think. This one's definitely messed up. This one's messed up. Sounds better. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna overwrite and file slice. What was I even working with? I like this note, but I gotta figure out where I want it. Okay. Maybe like that. Clone this, and then in the clone, because yeah, I don't want this last note to play every single bar. I want it to do it every other one. There's probably an FX command for it. In fact, let me see if I can figure that out. So I think there's an FX command called nth, or nth, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's NTH, this one. So it says trigger of note. First digit affects left of the command, second digit affects right of the command. Dang, I don't know if this is actually going to do it. I think I have a fundamental misunderstanding of what the nth command does. Yeah, I feel like there's something where it'll play every other bar. Like it'll go past it once, it won't play. And then when it goes past it again, it plays. I don't know what it is though. I have to do some research on that. Some homework for me. I'll write that down. Every other command. Okay, back at it. So what I'm going to try and do here is pitch it down in the second two bars. Those are the ones where the sample pitch is lower, the Rhodes pitch that is. And to do that, I can use the pitch command. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Pitch command, where are you? Where art thou? Here we go. So yeah, the guitar's a little off there, but there's probably something that I can do to fix it. But I'm not going to get into that business now because, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. A good time. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to catch you on the next one. Peace. End it.